Joe Rogan got COVID. Let's watch.
So I got back from the road Saturday night, feeling very weary. I had a headache and I just felt just run down. And just to be cautious, I separated from my family, slept in a different part of the house.
Thank you, Mike Pillow, CEO of Mike Pillow Inc. You fucking dumbass, dude. That's a great username. I love when fucking community memes take off like this. I don't understand what's going on with the Instagram filter that Joe Rogan is applying here, where this literally looks like the fucking Zack Snyder edit. You know what I mean? Like COVID, Zack Snyder edit. It's so much longer than it's supposed to be. Also, he kind of looks like shit.
Feeling very weary. I had a headache and I just felt just run down. And just to be cautious, I separated from my family, slept in a different part of the house. And throughout the night, I got fevers and sweats, and I knew what was going on. So I got up in the morning, got tested, and turns out I got COVID. So we immediately threw the kitchen sink at it. All kinds of meds, monoclonal antibodies, ivermectin, Z-Pak, prednisone, everything. And I also...
Okay, so two things. First of all, or three, more than two things, three things. One, I thought he was vaccinated. I know he's like talked about vaccinations for kids and, you know, younger people and blah, 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 and how like, you know, they don't need to get vaccinated or whatever. But I thought he himself was vaccinated. I don't know. I'm surprised that he's not, or maybe he is and he just did not mention that. That would be weird. Okay. Two, Joe Rogan is like, oh, dude, if you're healthy and you take fucking vitamins, dude, like, you don't need to worry about COVID. But then the moment he gets fucking COVID, whether he's vaccinated or unvaccinated, he's taking like monoclonal antibodies. He's taking ivermectin, zinc, like Z-Pak. What the fuck's going on, dude? I thought it was nothing. Just, you know, I thought it rolled off of you easy. Okay? So that's the thing I don't understand. And lastly, like the monoclonal antibody is at least somewhat more tested than the ivermectin, right? Like monoclonal antibody treatment is not like hydroxychloroquine or the Z-Pak shit. You know what I mean? Or the ivermectin Z-Pak combo. Like that is actually a treatment that is, you know, that has led to some desirable outcomes in the eyes of scientists, at least, right? He is 100% not. He decided after getting it the first time that his antibody level will be high enough from defeating it naturally. Wait, what? What is this fucking title? Toe is legitimately... I'm sorry. That's ableist and fucked up, but...
Be vaccinated and not get it, or you might both. So like either you're going to be vaccinated and not get it, or you might get it with Delta, and you know there's no telling.
Or you can be unvaccinated and not get it too.
That's not going to be the case for like unless you're a hermit and never, you know, it's eventually going to.
I've been exposed to it many times and I haven't gotten it. So I got back from the road
Dude, that's literally a week later, dude. Oh my fucking God. I'm sorry, but like, I mean, it is funny. Like, I look, I love him. He's such a fucking brain dead ape, but like, I mean, come on.
So I got back from the road Saturday night. I got up in the morning, got tested, and turns out I got COVID.
Oh, they did the same thing. So, bro, they missed the best part. He literally said, just don't get vaccinated and don't get sick. So let's finish this.
Got an NAD drip and a vitamin drip, and I did that 3 days in a row. And so here we are on Wednesday, and I feel great. I really only had one bad day.
First of all, he looks like shit. Secondly, these things come in cycles. Like, he might not be out of it, especially because he's not fucking vaccinated. Lastly, there's been like steroid users that have gotten the fucking, that did not get the vaccine because it was not readily available at that time, that got COVID and like literally lost like fucking 40 pounds over the course of like 2 weeks where their lungs collapsed. So I hope that doesn't happen to him.
Sunday sucked, but Monday was better. Tuesday felt better than Monday, and today I feel good. I actually feel pretty fucking good. That's the good news. The bad news is we have to move Friday, the Friday show in Nashville. It's going to move to Sunday, October 24th. So that will be the new Nashville date. My apologies to everyone. Obviously, there's nothing that I can control.
Yeah, for someone who constantly, I said this already, but for someone who constantly played it down, he sure is taking a lot of meds, dude. Kind of weird. Maybe it fucking knocked him off his ass. Now, the problem is that, like, other idiots that are in his audience are going to see this and go, oh, dude. And that's the actual fear with ivermectin, is that, like, so many people are like, I'm not going to take the free vaccine that's safe, okay, and has a very high, like, unreasonably high efficacy rate, okay, and think, like, well, I'll do the same thing Joe Rogan did, because, like, you know, he has stands. Let's be fucking real, right? Like, he actually has fucking stands, and they listen to him, and they do dumb shit when he does dumb shit. So that's the big issue there. So what is really, really frustrating here is that, like, I don't care if ivermectin is a fucking reliable alternative treatment for COVID. I am super on board with it being the case, okay? I want that to be a good treatment. But the difference between me and dumbass podcasters who are like, ivermectin is the treatment and they're hiding it from you, is that the people that know better have not come to that conclusion yet. And if there's one person who doesn't know better, it's fucking Joe Rogan, okay? Jesus Christ, dude. The difference between me and someone like, your Facebook aunt is that, like, I recognize my limitations. I'm not going to fucking be like, oh, dude, ivermectin actually is an incredible treatment and, like, everyone is hiding the truth for one reason or the other, and we should start taking horse dewormer and all these other things, right? Which I know ivermectin can be used on humans as well. It's just a different way to use it, different delivery mechanism. But except Merck, which is the pharmaceutical company that creates ivermectin for human use, openly stated not to take it for fucking COVID. So did the FDA. So if you're the kind of dude who's like, oh, I don't know, there's no FDA authorization, but then you fucking sell on-it pills and suppies, okay, that are not FDA approved at all, you're the kind of dude who, like, literally has taken steroids, okay, not just TRT, but other shit too. And you're the kind of dude who's like, I don't know if the authorization hasn't come yet, but then you turn around and you take ivermectin when the FDA is telling you not to for COVID. You're fucking baboon, dude. It's so dumb. How can you be so stupid? And the worst part about it is it's just like Donald Trump, right? I mean, he's in better shape than Donald Trump, obviously. But just like Donald Trump had, like, top, like, best researchers on the fucking planet, best medical care that money can't even buy, okay? No one is, like, helivacking you into the best treatment facility on the fucking planet. Joe Rogan has access to treatments and shit that the average Joe does not. So he can throw the kitchen sink at a fucking problem and even get experimental treatments if need be, okay? And get over it when the average Joe can't. So it's incredibly irresponsible and dangerous to, at this stage, pump ivermectin, which is, not a fucking cure for COVID as far as we know, and science can change. But right now, the literature on the matter does not prove what you think it proves. You can find, like, one or two fucking studies that say like ivermectin actually led to better recovery results or whatever in you know certain subsets of the population or whatever. But like the main study that ivermectin that put ivermectin on the map was falsified. The data was completely falsified. There aren't 19 studies. You're lying to yourself and you're lying to others. The main fucking study in that meta study that everyone loves to fucking link to had falsified numbers in it, which is why it was pulled. But it was too late at that point. Like, it doesn't matter because idiots were running around with it regardless. Okay? And the meta study that was conducted on off of that original study that like greatly improved or greatly fucking made it seem like ivermectin was really good in aiding the COVID recovery efforts, destroyed the results of that fucking meta study when that was pulled. So the meta study was pulled as well. So I'm not like anti-science. I am pro-science. Okay? I believe that if like ivermectin is good and can be helpful, I would rather wait, just like I said the same exact thing about the fucking vaccines. I would rather wait until those who are profoundly smarter than me, like in unimaginable ways, that have spent their entire lives dedicated to this shit, tell me that they've gone through the rigorous testing and figured out that it's actually good. Okay? You want a Nobel Prize for being safe and generic? It doesn't matter, dumbass. It won a Nobel Prize for being safe and generic for anti-parasite medication, not for fucking COVID. Okay? So when you're sitting there shitting out your intestinal lining thinking that there's worms in your fucking body, like the rest of these goons that have been taking ivermectin, remember that, okay? You're shitting out your intestinal lining because you're taking an anti-parasitic medication for no reason. No, it's not just safe for fucking horses. Like, it's for humans too. Of course, there's use for humans as well. Just like ketamine does, which is horse tranquilizer. Just like clenbuterol is literally asthma medication for horses, and yet also used by humans. Joe Rogan should know. Not that he's using clenbuterol, but you know. For real? And women getting the vaccine is stopping them from being able to have children? Wait, what? That's not true. This is just made up. There is no... You are just making shit up, okay? Of course. Are you a Republican or a Democrat? Are you a Republican or Democrat? Are you saying yes on Newsom or no? Are you Republican? Are you Republican? Trump or Biden? Answer. And then, boom, immediately fucking runs into account created 2 hours ago. Okay, get the fuck out of here. Like... Yet you were willing to get the vaccine before the same rigorous testing? That's not true! I was willing to get the vaccine because of the rigorous testing, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? That's literally not true. Do you want to know why we're not talking about like the fucking 7 other companies right now that also were a part of Operation Warp Speed and also were looking to fucking rush and mass produce a vaccine? Because they didn't get through the rigorous testing procedures, okay? That's why we're talking about Pfizer and Moderna and AstraZeneca and not like the tens of other fucking pharmaceutical corporations that also were a part of the fucking program that failed in creating a successful fucking vaccine. Jesus Christ. It's for humans too. Fucking himbo. Read what chat is saying. Human ivermectin is for humans. The ones these apes are using isn't. Stop saying two dumb apes are going to misread it. Yeah, just because ivermectin is there's a specific type of ivermectin that is created for humans and not for horse consumption, doesn't mean the one that you get from the feed store is actually going to save you. As a matter of fact, it's probably going to cause blindness or fucking liver damage or shed out the remaining fucking parts of your intestinal lining that you haven't shed out yet.